Alcohol use disorder is characterized by an urge to consume alcohol and an inability to control the levels of consumption.
Alcohol affects several aspects of human behavior. It affects how we think, it affects how we feel, and it affects what we do.
Over time, excessive drinking also raises the risk of various cancers, particularly in women ages 50 and older.
One of the things we know for a fact is that addiction to alcohol has a genetic predisposition.
According to the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism and the Journal of American Medical Association, approximately 35 million people each year suffer from alcohol use disorder.
At Adial Pharmaceuticals, we're going to treat addiction like a disease.
We now know that providing medications for the treatment of alcohol use disorder are actually better than any psychological treatment alone.
Our drug, ADO4 for alcohol use disorder, is the culmination of 30 years of work by Dr. Bankole Johnson, one of the preeminent specialists in the field of addiction.
I'm a licensed psychiatrist throughout Europe and the United States. I've also done an extensive amount of research. Primarily, I've done research at the University of Oxford, where I got one of my doctorates, and some would say that I'm one of the premier leaders in the field of addiction.
ADO4 is a genetically targeted drug for alcohol use disorder. Genetically targeted means that you get a genetic test. If you're positive, then you would be expected to be helped by the drug, and it would help you reduce your craving for alcohol, to reduce your drinking. In the United States, we expect that to be about a third of the population would be genetically positive.
Adial was created like a perfect incubator company. It actually started in my kitchen. The idea was to develop a biotech company that was able to translate research directly into clinical practice. At that time, there was no company that was doing this. And at the current time, there still isn't a company that is specifically devoted to the development of medicines for addiction.
Excessive alcohol use is the fourth leading cause of preventable death and is responsible for 31% of driving fatalities in the United States.
The CDC estimates that $250 billion of damage is done to the U.S. economy every year. The Lancet says that alcohol is the leading cause of death of people ages 15 to 49. The American Oncology Association says that more than 1 out of 20 cancers is directly caused by alcohol. So a massive problem.
One of the most important things that you have to do in trying to address the alcohol problem is to be able to design drugs that actually interface or interfere at any of those levels. So one of the important components, I think, of ADO4 is that it helps you to actually think less about alcohol. In that way, it reduces the mood that you feel when you drink, and that way you actually reduce what you do. Basically, what you think governs how you feel and motivates what you do. And that is what ADO4 interferes with to be able to produce an effect to reduce alcohol use disorder.
Our goal is to develop an effective and safe product to treat alcohol use disorder.